Why, good morning. Hello. Hi. Oh, let's center that camera just a little bit. Perfect. Good morning and welcome. Good afternoon. So, today's practice is going to focus on setting an intention for ourselves, and I hope that you'll join me in setting the intention of passion for your day. But this is your practice, so please, as we start to get into this flow, go ahead and just whatever feels right for you. So if it's calmness and sweetness, then that is perfect. But I wanted to make my flow passionate and use that energy to guide me throughout the entire day. I've got a lot of very exciting things going. I kind of did a reset this last weekend. I took 3 days off of my day job and reset and spent some time with my husband, and we celebrated Chris's birthday. And then I was working 6 days a week in April, and so I've gone back down to working 5 days a week this month. And so I kind of took last night to write out a whole schedule for myself, and I'm really, really excited and passionate about it. But I hope that you guys have something that you're excited and passionate about, and that we can maybe share that energy together. So we listen to the birds and the wind and this lovely music that I found that I'm just absolutely floored about. So please grab a block or thick book if you have one for today's practice, and of course, as always, have some water nearby. Take a nice sip of that. And we are actually going to start on our backs today. And we're going to release our hips a little bit throughout this practice. So yoga is really wonderful in the way that it makes us be mindful and encourages us to be mindful of how our body interacts and how we use our body to interact with the rest of the world. And one of the things that I really love and that I've heard a lot of is that it's said that we hold a lot of emotion in our hips. And so, and it's my belief that in order to follow your passions, you have to kind of come be at peace with yourself. And if there's anything you're beating yourself up over, you have to forgive yourself. And if there's anything that you're struggling with, releasing that emotion and even just experiencing it, not bottling it up, can be very cathartic and helpful. So I wanted to start this practice with a little bit of a hip release, just to kind of set the intention that we are going to really love ourselves, be kind to ourselves, and use that kindness to encourage ourselves to follow our dreams. And maybe that's just your daily dream. So you are already starting today out amazing, or maybe it's the middle of your day. Make your way to your back, and we are going to have our feet hip width apart, walking our shoulders underneath our chest, using our core to slowly curl up, and we're just going to slide that block right underneath our lower back, right above our glutes, letting our hands rest on our belly. We're just going to listen to the sound of our breath. Softening our gaze. Setting our intention of mindfulness. Setting our intention for passion, for self-forgiveness and love and kindness. And on an inhale, we're going to draw our left knee into our chest, wrapping our hands around it. And on an exhale, extending that right leg down, drawing our right heel into the floor as we draw our left knee in. Feeling that stretch in the right hip flexor. Pressing down into the earth with that right heel. Softening the muscles in our jaw, softening the muscles in our forehead and our shoulders. And taking one more deep breath here. And on the exhale, sliding that right leg back up, gently lowering the left knee. Taking a cleansing breath here. And then inhaling, drawing that right knee into our chest. Exhaling, sliding that left heel down and away, straightening out our leg. Using our exhale to draw our right knee in a little bit more. Breathing into that left hip flexor. Good. On your next exhale, draw that left heel in and release the right leg. Wonderful. Engaging in the core, we're going to draw our navel towards the sky. Imagining there's a rope on our hip bones, and we're going to remove our block. Excellent. Grabbing onto the backs of our thighs or crossing our feet and drawing our knees in and grabbing the outsides of our feet. We're going to rock and roll our bodies on up. Wonderful. Coming into a seated cross-legged position, Sukhasana. Inhaling, expanding our posture, expanding our chest, feeling any tightness we might have, and acknowledging it, letting our hands drop to our sides, softening our gaze. Inhaling and expanding our posture up, imagining we're leaning back against the wall, and on the exhale, we're going to drop the crown of our head, sending up and over, and dropping our head gently to the left side. If it feels good, you can draw your left hand up to your right shoulder, and either you can massage yourself or you can just curve that hand around and let the weight sit heavy on your shoulder. Exhale, releasing your hand back down. Inhaling, coming back up to center. Exhale, dropping your head over to the right side. And the same thing over here. If you'd like to draw your hand up to your left shoulder, you can. Just letting that weight sit heavy. Listening to the sound of our breath. Exhale, releasing. Inhale, coming up to center, and on an exhale, we're going to make our way to a tabletop position. Spreading our fingers as wide as the mat, drawing our hips, or our knees as wide as our hips, pressing into the tops of our feet, pressing up and away. Taking a nice deep breath here in tabletop. Inhale, we're going to drop the belly, curving our spine up, sending our gaze up and out, pressing into the tops of our feet, finding balance and strength here. Exhale, curling through the tailbone, rounding through the spine, dropping our head to our chest. Inhale, dropping our belly, sending our gaze up and out. Exhale, rounding through the spine. Excellent work. Inhale, dropping the belly. Exhale, rounding up through the spine. Inhale, dropping through the belly and sending our gaze up and out, stretching through the ribs. Exhale, really pressing away from the earth, curving through the spine. Maybe finding some motion in our hips, finding passion in our breath, enjoying the sensuality of this pose. Good. Inhale, curling our toes underneath, resetting our palms if we need to, so our wrists are right underneath our shoulders. And on an inhale, we're going to hover our knees. Inhale, bringing our knees up right above the mat, hovering, finding passion in the breath, igniting a fire in the belly. Good. On an exhale, we're going to send our hips up and away from the earth, up and back, downward facing dog. Wonderful. Sending our heels down and back, maybe pedaling it out just a little bit. Keeping a slight bend in our elbows, dropping our head, dropping into our shoulders, sending our belly back towards our thighs. Inhale, send our gaze forward, and either step or hop it up to plank. If you're gonna hop, send your feet up towards the sky so we don't crash down. Using the movement, that motion, to trust yourself. Encourage yourself, be kind to yourself, forward fold. Dropping our head, just letting it hang here. Inhale up to flat back. Exhale down to forward fold. We're going to walk our hands underneath our feet so the balls of our feet are on our palms here, on our wrists. And we're really going to press into our feet as we pull up through our hands. This is gorilla pose. Letting your head drop and hang. Maybe gently shaking it no, nodding it yes. Pressing into our palms with our toes, giving our hands a really nice massage. And on an exhale, release. Inhale, slowly rolling up. Rolling each vertebrae over the last as we come to a standing position. Rolling our shoulder back, and the last thing to come up is our head, spreading our fingertips wide into Tadasana. Root to rise, connecting down with the earth as we come up. Sending our hands up, and exhale, hands to heart. Taking a moment here, if you need to grab a sip of water or readjust, please do so. Otherwise, take a moment to find some playfulness and passion here, spreading your fingertips wide, opening up your chest, and go ahead and try taking your thumbs even just a couple of centimeters away from your chest, and then bringing your chest to expand and meet it. Still using our breath to guide our movement here. On an inhale, we're going to draw our right knee into our chest, wrapping our arms around our shins, our palms around our shins, drawing it up, still drawing our shoulder blades down and back, focusing on a single point to help gain your balance, pressing into all four corners of your foot, curling your toes up. Maybe you want to find some movement here and rotate that right foot one way and then the other. Get some blood flowing through the ankle. Good. On an exhale, we're going to send our right leg, our right foot past our knee and straight back towards the back edge of our mat, bending our left knee and coming into a high lunge. If you have poor knees here, you may not go as far in this pose as you normally would. Inhale, hands up overhead. Draw your palms together here at the top. Exhale, hands to heart. And go ahead and go all the way forward here, coming up onto our toes, planting our palms right next to our left foot. Rocking back and forth, 1, 2, 3, coming up into a tripod stance here, drawing our right foot down towards the earth. Exhale, bring that right foot to meet that left and forward fold, dropping your head. Rocking side to side just a little bit. And inhale, draw all the way up, stacking each vertebrae over the last, drawing the navel in, opening up through your chest, drawing your shoulder blades down and back and bringing your head up. Root to rise, hands up overhead, exhale, hands to heart. Spreading your fingertips and keeping your thumbs just a little bit away from your chest, and then actually expanding your chest up into your thumbs. Taking a deep breath here, smiling to yourself. Walking our feet together now. Inhale, drawing our left foot, knee up towards our chest, grabbing around the shin here. Expanding up through the pose, we're not collapsing down, we're still opening up through our chest, keeping a very good posture, rotating our left ankle one way and then the other, not crashing or curling into our right toes, but even lifting them off the floor as we find our balance. I find it helps to focus on a single point in the room, something that's not moving, and we want to send our gaze up and away. Inhale on an exhale, releasing that left leg and passing that left foot back, sending it back, bending through the right knee, and trusting ourselves as we come into a high lunge here. Inhale, palms up overhead, let them meet at the top. Send your gaze up, slight back bend. Exhale, bring it all the way down through your center, planting your feet. You're planting your hands right around your right foot, excuse me. Rocking back and forth, 1, 2, 3, and we're going to send our left leg up this time, really lifting up through our hips into a nice tripod pose here. Sending our left toes down towards the earth. And exhale, letting that left foot come up to meet the right. Wonderful. Very nice. Planting our palms here, bending our knees generously. Step or hop back into plank. Take a nice breath here. Exhale, lower and hover all the way down. Inhale, baby cobra or upward facing dog. And on an exhale, we're going to meet in downward facing dog. Inhale, lifting our right leg up towards the sky, three-legged dog. Exhale, drawing that right foot over to the left side, planting our foot right on the outside of our left side of our mat. Inhaling up our right hand up through our center, sending our hand and our gaze up as we twist our body just a little bit up towards the ceiling. Good. Exhale, lowering that right hand. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose. Step it all the way through. In a nice lunge here. Inhale, you can either hover your fingertips here, draw them up to your knees, or send them all the way up and overhead. Exhale, coming on down, planting our palms, lowering that back knee, coming onto the top of that back foot, and sending our hips up and back, rolling through the front foot, keeping nice yogi toes, very active foot here. And we're stacking our hips over our back knee, we're not collapsing. And then slowly starting to work on keeping our right knee bent as generously as we want, and slowly starting to work on either straightening it out, dropping our forehead down to our knee. Runner's lunge here. Inhale, coming on forward, curling that back toe underneath, those back toes underneath if you flattened out your foot. Inhale, sending our gaze forward, lifting the back knee. And exhale, drawing that right foot back, plank. Take a deep breath here. Exhale, lower and hover. Inhale, chaturanga, upward facing dog. Exhale, sending our hips up and back, downward facing dog. Walking our feet together. Inhale, sending that left foot up, three-legged dog. Exhale, drawing that left foot over to the right side of the mat, dropping our toes down and planting the ball of our foot on the outside of our right side of our mat. Inhaling up through center, sending our left arm up towards the ceiling and our gaze up towards the ceiling. You might feel a little prana, that energy, that shake here. Enjoy that feeling. Good. Find passion in this practice. Exhaling, drawing our left hand down, sending three-legged dog. Exhale, knees to nose. And stepping that left foot up between our palms. I have a little Beal friend on my yoga mat. Inhale. You can either hover your fingertips up here, draw your palms to your knee, or inhale all the way on up. Exhale, drawing our hands all the way down, lowering our back knee. You can either come to the top of your foot or stay right here. Sending our hips back, stacking our hips over our right knee as we draw that left heel towards our forehead, the left toes towards our forehead, and straighten out that left leg. Dropping our head down to our knee gently. And now you can start working on straightening that left leg out. Inhale, rolling through that foot, planting the palms, curling the back toes underneath. Inhale, come up off that right knee. Exhale, sending our left foot back. Take a nice deep breath here in plank pose. And exhale, lower on down. And we are just going to flip over like a pancake. Good work today. I want to give you two options today for Shavasana. One is that you can go ahead and bend your knees generously, bring your feet together, and then slowly open up your heels So your heels and your balls, your feet are touching towards each other, and opening up your legs like a book here. And you can draw your hands right to your hip points. This is really nice, a really nice hip opener. Walking our shoulder blades underneath our chest here. If you want to massage into your hips, feel free to do so gently. Feels good just to hang here. Go ahead. Sending our breath into our hip flexors, maybe into our knees if they're a little tight, into our feet. Releasing any tension you might be holding in your face, in your shoulders, in your arms and your hands. And if it feels good to stay here, you can do so. Otherwise, you can straighten out your legs and let your feet drop to the sides. Open up your palms towards the sky. Walk your shoulder blades underneath your chest. As you go into Shavasana, corpse pose. Or you can stay here and end your practice just like this. Call to attention for a moment the intention that you set yourself for today. Know that you can find this peace, and you can always reset that intention, reignite that intention. For me today it's passion. By just recalling this moment, this peacefulness, by using your breath. As you move throughout your day, you do come back up. Do so slowly and mindfully. I hope that this practice was helpful for you. I hope this practice gave you some new things to work with. As you move throughout your day, do so slowly, nothing needs to be rushed, and use your breath to do so. Breathing through things, especially difficult things, always makes them so much easier. We're going to draw our palms together, draw our thumbs to our forehead and bow. The teacher in me bows to the teacher in you. Namaste. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me. Thank you for sharing part of your afternoon. I really value this time. I love doing yoga. I love sharing yoga, and I really hope that this was helpful for you. Please be sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel if you found this content useful. And be sure to follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at Heart and Soul BJJ. Chris and I also have a Discord chat that we would love for you to be a part of. It's right below. The link is in the bio. And we do teach Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu Mondays through Fridays at 2 p.m. on this very same channel. So if you are interested in trying Jiu-Jitsu and jumping in, all of the practices and all of the training that we do and the techniques that we cover for both yoga and Jiu-Jitsu, we try to gear towards people towards beginners. And we know some of it's maybe a little difficult and challenging, but we hope that you guys find value in it and find as much value in it as we do. Both of those practices, both jiu-jitsu and yoga, have changed our lives for the better, and we really hope that we get to share our passions with you. I teach yoga Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at noon Pacific Standard Time. Is it Pacific Daylight Time now? I don't think it matters. I'm on the West Coast, California time, but that could be any time, really. Californians like to move low and slow if you're outside of LA. I hope you guys have a great day. I hope that this was a wonderful start to your week and gave you a really good spark. I hope this helped loosen up a little bit for you. And be kind to yourself. If anything in this practice was challenging or difficult, good. I'm glad. I hope that really helps you, and challenging yourself is a wonderful thing. I hope that you find your passion throughout your day. I hope you find love and kindness, and I hope that you radiate those things, because you are perfect. You are a perfect and wonderful human being. You were created perfectly, and only you can share your light and your special salt and seasoning with the rest of the world. Thank you so much for being here. I will see you in about an hour and a half for Jiu-Jitsu, and I will see you on Wednesday at noon for yoga. Namaste.